이제 본격적으로 저희 키오스트 스페셜 세션 진행하도록 하겠습니다.
Let us begin the special session, so please come in and take your seat. We provide simultaneous interpretation. Please use the receiver on your table. Korean is channel 3 and channel 4 is for English.
Receiver number 4, channel number 4 for English. 네, 그러면 저희 본격적으로
Let us begin the session. Let me introduce myself. My name is Lee Mi-sa. Nice to meet you all.
네, 감사합니다.
Thank you. Welcome to the 2025 World Ocean Forum. We are celebrating the 19th edition of the forum, and we are having KIOST special session. We have in-person speakers and overseas participants joining virtually, so this is a hybrid forum. We are currently live streaming the session in both Korean and English through the official website and YouTube channel. And you may download the presentation material on the website, and please leave your questions in real time. The session title is KIOST Vision for the Future as a Global Hub for Ocean Research. KIOST operates overseas research centers, international joint research project, and LPEM degree program, and is promoting a wide range of international cooperation initiatives. And in the second half of 2025, KIOST plans to establish a joint research center with Caribbean states. This session will explore KIOST's current international collaboration and future strategies. And I'm pleased to introduce the moderator for the session, Dr. Dong-sung Kim Dong-sung, Director of KIOST Jeju Research Institute. Please give him a big round of applause. Nice to meet you all. I am director of the KIOST Jeju Research Institute. My name is Kim Dong-sung. I would like to thank all the speakers and participants for taking time to attend. This year, and every year we have KIOST special session for the World Ocean Forum. And especially this year, we are going to discuss about KIOST international cooperation efforts. So we have many global research centers, 6 of them, and we are going to add one more, and Mr. Lee will present on that. And this year, we are going to introduce you about our efforts to strengthen global network of maritime science. It will be an opportunity to explore the future direction of KIOST through enhanced international research, cooperation, and partnership. So we don't have enough time, so let me expedite. So before we begin the presentation session, let us hear a few remarks from Mr. Kang Dong-jin, Vice President of KIOST. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Nice to meet you all. Distinguished guests and participants of the World Ocean Forum, nice to meet you all. I am Vice President of KIOST. My name is Kang Dong-jin. First of all, I would like to thank the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries, Busan Metropolitan City, and Korea Marine Industry Association and Busan Ilbo for organizing this year's World Ocean Forum under the theme of Beyond the Wave of Uncertainties. And furthermore, the participation of domestic and international maritime experts has made this forum even more meaningful. In today's KIOST special session, we will share KIOST's international cooperation activities and future vision under the theme of KIOST Vision for the Future as a Global Hub for Ocean Research. KIOST is currently operating overseas research centers, international joint research in various fields, and LPM degree program. And then it is currently expanding the horizons of marine science and technology beyond national borders. Especially in the second half of this year, the Korea ACS, Association of Caribbean States Joint Research Center, will be established. And it will further strengthen the international cooperation network and maritime diplomacy capabilities based on marine science and technology. In today's session, we will share the current status and development plans of international joint research through KIOST overseas research centers. And we are going to share some specific examples of our joint research to seek and explore direction for the future. Above all, based on diverse experience in international cooperation, KIOST has firmly established ourselves as a global leader in marine science and technology. Through close partnership with research institutes around the world, KIOST is addressing common marine challenges such as climate change, marine ecology, and resource development, and is growing into a leading marine science platform that advances knowledge and technology. Distinguished guests, the ocean is humanity's future and a space where science and cooperation meet. To overcome the waves of uncertainty and forge a path towards sustainable prosperity, KIOST is joining hands with researchers from around the world to create an ocean where knowledge is shared and where we grow together. It may sound cliché, but our future depends on the ocean. Once again, I would like to thank everyone who joined us for the KIOST special session. I sincerely hope that today's event will serve as a meaningful forum for discussions aimed at new collaboration and advancement. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice President Kang Dong-jin, for your wonderful remarks. Next, the first speaker, Yoo Joo-hyung, head of the External Relations Division of KIOST, will give a presentation on the topic of KIOST Overseas Joint Research Center, including the establishment of Korea ACS Joint Research Center. He is a senior researcher at the Marine Satellite Center at KIOST and also expert in the field of marine remote exploration and satellite data analysis. Currently, he is leading marine satellite research by working as a chairman of the Geo AI Data and the Korean Society of Remote Sensing. Please. Hello, everyone. I believe I gave the presentation last year too, but this year I became the chairman from the vice chairman. So that is a little change. And today I want to talk about the operational status of the KIOST Overseas Joint Research Center. KIOST has 6 overseas research center across the world, like on this map, and I will give you explanation one by one. Before going into detail about each centers, I will give you the short overview about the characteristics of these centers. So we can categorize them into the 3 categories. We have a intergovernment research center and the interinstitutional research center, like China, Indonesia, and Peru. Those are the intergovernment. And also we have interinstitutional centers like the UK and the US. And there is another one in the Micronesia, which is called the KIOST Research Base Camp. And role of each center are also different. If a the intergovernment Joint Research Center is for strengthening the role as the marine science diplomacy channel between the two governments and supporting the enhancement of local marine science capabilities and human resource development. But institutional research centers are more like operating a strategic joint research platform with the global leading institutions, and also enhancing the research capability through the collaboration with the advanced research groups in the EU and US and other regions. So you can see those centers like this. Three are in the global north and the three are in the global south. So to enhance more research capabilities, we have centers in the global north and also the center in Peru, Micronesia, and Indonesia which are located in the global south, is more to enhance the marine technology in each country through the joint research center. So in the North Hemisphere, if we have the joint research with the Europe, it's like a more participation in the Horizon Europe programs. And like if we have the joint research in the global south, it's more about the ODA, like official development assistance, and we are doing the research together with the recipient countries. Also, we can have the cooperation in sustainable marine environmental management. So I talked about the purpose and also the characteristic of each center. And from now on, I will give you the more detail about each center. First, this is the Korea-China Joint Marine Science Research Center. This year marked the 30th anniversary of this center. It was established in 1995, and it was inside the FIO, and it is located in the Qingdao. This is the Intergovernmental Cooperation Center, and this is the cooperation supporting like projects to have the joint research about the maritime environment, climate crisis, and the marine policy and resources. Next is the Korea-Peru Marine Science Research Joint Research Center, which is located in the Lima, Peru. It is located inside the IMAP, and it is discovering the ODA businesses. The shellfish farming is very popular in Peru, but due to the climate crisis and the global warming, there is a huge, massive the killing of the shellfish. So we are having the joint research about the marine environmental monitoring through the satellite. And Peru have a heavy fisheries industry, so we also have a joint research and collaboration for fishery industry in Peru. This is a Korea-Indonesia Joint Research Center, which was established in 2018. It's located in the Bandung Institute of Technology in the Cirebon, Indonesia. Most of the projects are about the UN Ocean Decade projects, capability building program. Maybe you will hear about this in the next presentation. This is a Pacific Oceanography Research Station, which was established in 2000. This is a KIOST R&D, the base camp. So all the ship and boat and equipment were already built by the KIOST, and the KIOST researchers can utilize this research center as an overseas branch of the KIOST here. So mostly they are doing the projects about the biodiversity database building and also the the Pacific Ocean monitoring system operation. And also here we are working together with the NOAA of the U.S. And this is the KIOST NOAA lab, which was established in 2010. It is located in the NOAA Center in the U.S. Currently, we are discovering the joint project for the Korea-U.S. Indian Ocean joint observation. So that was all about our overseas joint research center. From now on, I will talk about what kind of change we will have in the future. So the first change was already mentioned by the Mr. Kim. The new center, which is called the Korea ACS Maritime Science Joint Research Center, will be newly established in 2025 in Santa Marta in Colombia. Maybe around early next year, we will complete this center. Second new lab will be the KIOST EU lab. We are planning to move our EU center to this KIOST EU lab. We are planning to move it to Paris in France. And it will be established in December this year. This campus was called like a sixth Paris University, but now it became the La Sorbonne. So this center will be located in this campus of the La Sorbonne. And mostly we will focus on the Horizon Europe projects here. We have a Bandung Institute of Technology, but we also want to have academic exchanges with the prestigious university in Europe. So that's what we're trying to do in the future through this KIOST EU lab. And also the Korea ACS Maritime Joint Research Center will be based in in Weimar in the Colombia. So mostly the joint research about the Caribbean seas issues, and also we try to discover the ODA projects there related to the seaweed. So we have the overseas joint research centers like this, but we have to go beyond just the collaboration with the neighboring countries in the center. So I believe that you know about our research capability in the KIOST, and this is like a number of manpowers and our budget, and we have the 6 research vessels, which makes all the complex research possible. We also have the maritime satellites, and if we can connect this to the overseas joint research center, maybe we will contribute to solving the global issues and the global climate crisis. And so KIOST became the 52 years old this year, and our status changed a lot. In 1980s, we were just a mere participating countries, but in 2000 we became the leaders group, and in 2020 now we became like the setter for the agenda and all the standardized, which can have the capability to become a leader in the research. So we will use the KIOST Overseas Research Center for the planning and the project development and the collaboration and the expansion of the platform. So we have the each project in each centers, and through using this network, overseas network, we try to develop the multilateral joint researches. And also, we will build a strategic network with the hub country and the international organization. Also, we will operate an integrated cooperation platform encompassing research, businesses, and personal exchanges. The one of good examples are the collaborative businesses among each health centers in Indonesia, Micronesia, and Peru. We are planning to develop the global warming responsive, the transformation evaluation, and the prediction technologies. So also we want to contribute to all the overseas researchers. So we want to expand this network platform by using all these the Asia Pacific oceanography base camp like Curry satellite monitoring tracking system and the CASI GNSS monitoring equipment. So I believe that we can facilitate the collaboration more if we can use the KIOST overseas joint research centers and all the existing equipments and the centers in Korea too. So the theme of this World Ocean Forum is beyond the wave of uncertainty. So when I think about this, when I think of uncertainty, like hyper uncertainty, I believe now all the environments are rapidly changing, so which is in an unprecedented speed. We are preparing for these changes, for the uncertainty. However, the population, food, and the environments should be all connected and all changing together at the same time. That's why the problems got more complex. And it is very difficult to catch up the speed of these changes. In order to respond to these changes, we collected big data and we analyzed with the AI, and we converged all the topics. And through this kind of ocean forum, we try to solve the global issues to use this kind of joint research projects. So among these purpose of our lives, we can solve this complexity by ourselves. However, the catching up to this speed is all the more difficult, and all the researchers try to use the short-term data and analyze them in a very fast way. So we have to be agile to respond to all these issues. So if we speed up a little bit and accelerate a little bit, and I think we can solve all these hyper uncertainty problems. In that, if we utilize our KIOST Overseas Joint Research Center, I think it will be very helpful for all of us. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your good presentation. So we have many global hubs across the world, and they are also our own maritime science hub. And those research centers, in terms of international cooperations, as he mentioned, in the past we were mere participator, but now we have become an agenda setter. And by the end of this year, we will establish a new Korea-EU lab in France. And early next year, we are going to have Korea-ACS Joint Research Center. So I hope you keep your interest on our activities. So not only the ODA activities, whether it be R&D or joint research, I hope you can actively participate. So your participation will make our Global Research Center more active, and that will strengthen our maritime capability. So let me invite our next speaker. So as mentioned, we are going to introduce joint research case. And next speaker is Mr. Kim Song-dae, senior researcher. So he will present on the establishment of Ocean and Fishery Data Center and Digital Library in Sri Lanka. So for the past 30 years, he was in charge of marine data management and big data infrastructure. And he has made significant contributions to improving the dissemination and quality of marine information. So the floor is yours. Nice to meet you all. I am Kim Song-dae from KIOST. So today I am going to present to you about Korea ODA project. So for a 3-year period, we have conducted Sri Lanka Oceans and Fishery Data Center and Digital Library Establishment projects. Sri Lanka, when we expand the EEZ, then Sri Lanka can gain access to marine areas 23 times larger than its land mass. So utilizing the maritime resources is directly related to its economic opportunities. To do a research on maritime, it's important to do a research projects. But currently, Sri Lanka is lacking many infrastructure related to research in maritime field. In case of Korea, when we do a marine research activities, we access global platforms to gain the data, and we refer to the global journals. But on the contrary, Sri Lanka is lacking the access to those too. So in our project to solve those kind of issues, we try to build data management system and provide access to research journal, give subscription to those research journal so that they can narrow down the knowledge gap with the advanced countries. So that was our project goal. And we thought that it would be a cost-effective way to improve maritime research capabilities of Sri Lanka. So, through establishing data management center and database, so we can give them database management system, e-journal subscription system, and international public data utilization system. And again, we can train the experts who use those kind of system. So overall, our goal is to enhance ocean research capabilities of Sri Lanka. This is the project scope. So in 2024, we have done a survey of the current status and plan the scope of our project. And in 2025 and 2026, we have developed a system, and installation is also planned in this period. And for 3 years, from 2024 to 26, we are trying to train the experts. So the project in Korea is led by the Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries. And Sri Lanka, from the Sri Lanka side, the Ministry of Fisheries and Aquatic Resources is in charge. And the project is conducted by KIOST from the Korean side, and Sri Lanka's efforts led by NARA, National Aquatic Resources Agency. And in this project, 3 Korean companies are participating. So this is the overall structure. So there are some data owned by NARA, oceanographic data, fisheries data, and aquatic resources data. And there are some public open data, for example, observation data, global data network, and satellite data, and ocean prediction data. So utilizing all these data, so we wanted to build a system which integrate all those data and enable utilization. And again, we try to make e-journal subscription system, so that public institutions or academia from the Sri Lanka side could utilize all these data. So in 2024, we have done status survey by visiting on-site. We have planned a detailed schedule for the project, and this year we have developed a system. And then by 2026, we are going to install the system. And for training and education, we have conducted 2 times a year. And we have participated in joint academic conferences this year in Korea and next year in Sri Lanka. And we have invited 2 students from Sri Lanka, and they are currently taking master's program in Korea. So let me cover the progress of the project. In 2024, in August, we have first visited Sri Lanka to have a kickoff meeting. And we have discussed what we are going to do in going forward and what kind of business that we are going to do. We have introduced that to our Sri Lankan participants. And we have visited 3 different universities in Sri Lanka to do a survey. And we have analyzed what kind of data Sri Lankan side has and what kind of data they want to use. And in October 2024, we have done training programs for 2 times. So first session was about ocean data management and GIS database training. And at each session, we had 20 Sri Lankan participants. They were really successful. In December 2024, so we have invited the working level people from the Sri Lankan side to have a focus group interviews. So we have investigated the status of data production, management, and sharing. And to establish the system, we have done a meeting with local IT companies. And again, we have selected 2 students from Sri Lanka. Starting from March 2025, they are currently taking courses as Korea Maritime and Oceans Universities and KIOST course. So they are taking the master's program in Korea. The 3rd expert training program was held in May, and 4th training was done in June. And again, 20 participants came to the program and got successful training. And in July 2025, we visited Sri Lankan local companies to discuss about data center and then visited IT companies to listen from them about their suggestions and what they need. And together with the IT company, we have visited NADA Center to see how you're going to allocate the equipment and how you're going to make the data room. And these were the discussions that we have done. And then based on the discussions, we have discussed on how to make the NADA data system. And we also heard from the NADA side on what they want. And through that discussions, so we could establish a very detailed plan on the system configuration and structure. And based on that discussion, we are implementing the plan. So the picture at the bottom is the data center layout. So on one side, there is a data center area. And once we collect the data, then when people can monitor the data in real time, then there's a room for that. And there is a training space where we can conduct training using computers. And in November this year, together with Sri Lankan IT company, we are going to sign a contract so that we can do a construction work. So by this program, what we aim to do is to integrate the management and utilizations of oceans and fishery data in Sri Lanka and empower the capability of Sri Lanka of using international public data. And we see that we can create local jobs and expand industry. And under IOC, there is an IOD. We can promote international data exchange and cooperation. And by inviting Sri Lanka to participate in that cooperation, we will be able to strengthen the collaboration. So from Korean perspective, when we see the situation at Sri Lanka, at first I thought that if we give them the equipment, then Sri Lankan people can develop the system by themselves. So that was the initial thoughts that I had before visiting Sri Lanka. So after having an on-site review and survey there, so I realized that the computer workers, many IT talents went abroad to work. So in Sri Lanka, it was difficult to have that talent. So it was difficult to attract those talents to engage in the project. So what we aim to do with this project is to give an opportunity for Korean companies to go abroad and do the project. So this is all that I have prepared. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kim, for your presentation. So Dr. Kim talked about the Korean Sri Lanka Marine Fishery Data Center and electronic library. As you heard from the presentation, this is intergovernmental cooperation with the Sri Lanka, but also Korea has been working together with the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean researches, but all those were done by the other advanced countries. But we started this like a mineral exploration and the research in the Indian Ocean faster than other countries. So we are bringing up the level of the researches in the Indian Oceans, and I believe that this case can be a good hub for this kind of researchers. Thank you for your insightful presentation. Next, Park Han-san, Dr. Park Han-san from the KIOST. He will talk about the Korea-Indonesia cooperation projects. Dr. Park is a senior researcher at the Korea Institute of the Marine Science Technology and director of the Korea-Indonesia Joint Research Center. And he is also the vice chairman of the UNESCO IOC. Please welcome him with a big round of applause. Good afternoon, everyone. I am the head of the Korea-Indonesia MTCRC Center at the KIOST. And also, I'm the vice president of the UNESCO IOC. So I have a big responsibility. So I'd like to ask you the big support and the encouragement for me. Thank you very much. And I will talk about the MTCRC first, and then also I will give the introduction about myself too later. So when we have the international collaboration, Korea and the KIOST are running the overseas research center, but we are representing our country like under the big framework of the Korean maritime science technologies. We all conduct the researches. So the research identity is very important, but we also have the broader perspective for the collaboration. The collaborations are done in many areas, like in many businesses and many projects. But in 2018 and 2017, Indonesia and Korea signed the MOU, and our center was established in 2018. And from 2019, we started the activities, but we didn't have that much. So the beginning was very humble, just with one table. But as you see in this blue graph, the frequencies and intensity of the researchers has grown significantly as time goes by, like field survey and the training center. So for last year, we had 13 times of the trainings and the workshops, and also we had a lot of field surveys. So it cannot be done just by ourselves. Through the ODA project and the related projects, we could achieve this kind of the performance. So as already the Dr. Kim and Kang said, the field survey and the ODA related project was our strong point in our collaboration. And this was the intergovernmental collaboration. So we had the joint commissions with all the government leaders from 2 countries, and we also had 2 directors from each country. And MTCRC has the equipment and the capability to do the actual field survey using the older training booth. So we have 3 training booths, and we also have physical sonography equipment and the remote sensing equipment, like bathymetry survey, geology environmental survey. And because the Indonesia has the huge area of ocean, so we need the remote sensing equipment. So we used our drones and the radar. And for the venting mapping, we had a hyperspectra sensor and a multispectrum sensor. The one of issues in the Indonesia is the marine litters. However, we focused on the seawater pollutions, and we had the analysis equipment like the blue carbon and the ocean health. So we had a chemical lab for that, and we had a numeric modeling, and we have like a general lab equipment. So already, based on these equipments, we completed a total of 55 field survey. So this is our main activities. On the left side, we have the very like a core role of like a cooperation platform and joint research and the capacity development. And also we had the extra projects and also the support function for the government and the communities, like on the right side. As the Intergovernmental Collaboration Center, MTCRC and the KIOST conducted the collaboration at the same level of the institutions in the country, and our center became the best practices to become the innovative, leading research institute in the Indonesia, so that we can pursue the joint research institute with various agencies in the country. And we have the 3 main joint research projects. This was highly interested by each countries, so it became the long-term project, and then joint research projects and the joint research initiative and joint research survey using the equipment we have. So this joint research project, as Dr. Yu said, rather than finding the new fundings, we try to discover the local issues in each countries to identify the ODA projects. So according to that, we had the various projects and ODA businesses, and like a smart archive and blue carbon and ocean energies are under progress. And also the local related issues are continuously under research, like ocean satellites, and that is the ODA project, so that it can be mutually beneficial for each countries, and it can increase the data quality of Korea Institute. So we try to secure the high quality data in the local area. So through the initiatives, we try to identify the good projects, and depending on the request from the academia and the research institute, we have the joint researches. And this is about the capacity development. Indonesian government, when they make the collaborative center with Korea, they asked us to have the capacity building for them. So we established the master degree program and a doctor degree program, and we also provide the technology certification and the seminars and workshops for this capacity building. So far, 115 students received the master degrees, and some are studying in Korea for their doctor degree in Korea. So MTCRC and the ODA businesses were all conducted through this kind of initiatives. Also, another thing I'd like to talk about is that we had to foster the doctor degree people's networking. So that's why we invited them to Korea and gave them the doctor degree and send them back to the Indonesia so that they can teach students in the academic institute in Indonesia. So in the future, maybe we have a possibility of the joint research again, or to build a very efficient networking. Left side, you can see the people there. We already send the people from our center to the other agencies across Indonesia. So through these, we can make the sustainable capacity building possible, and now we train our center people and then send them to the academic institution as the teacher and professors. And next is the ODA project. We have a lot of plans for that. And this is very important and the last part of my presentation. So the Overseas Hub Center and the ODA project has to have a synergy. As the best practices and the exemplary model, we did the ODA project for the capacity building in Chilbon. So all the equipments were shared and contributed to, provided to the Indonesian government, and all those equipments was used and managed by our center. So center can be equipped with the capacity and the human resources and the equipments for the actual maritime science technology research. Also, through these collaborative projects, we could identify the solution for the local issues. And through this ODA ocean satellite, we also foster the professionals for this project, and this is the follow-up project of the Chilbon project, and this is also the ODA for the capacity building. So we made the training center to have a like a 40 master degree people and like a 4 doctor degree people in this KIOTech. So they actually get on board on the boat for the data analysis, and they can acquire all the degrees. So we already build this like a credit system with the master degree and the doctor degree. This is the curriculum, and we will make it more rich this year. And we also have this kind of project between the government and the local community to support them. So with this future plan, I'd like to conclude my presentation. So the future direction of our center is to become the international research center. But from the perspective of bilateral cooperation, we have to reflect all the needs of the partner countries. So based on the local issues, we selected the main topics like this for the future cooperation. So based on this, we will have a continued the cooperation in the future. In closing, so I will give you the short introduction about myself. So this first 2 green part is the one we have to consider. We have to consider the characteristic of each country for to be the global maritime leaders and to become the KIOST International Collaboration Hub Center. So first, we have to think about the local needs, and also we need to have the specified activity-based collaboration for the sustainable collaboration, because many countries and many research institutions have their own MOU, but they don't have the specific activities. So we try to make MOU when we have a specific activities. So we secure the budget first, and then if we implement these activities, we sign the MOU for the collaboration. So that is the very basic part of our International Collaboration Hub Center. And I also want to talk about the center ODA related model. The AI technologies and the high-tech technology, high-tech ODA should have a sustainable attribute, but that is not happening that much. Just one year is okay, but if it lasts more than like 2 or 3 years, we need to give a support to the local research center so that they can continue the research by themselves even after the beginning of this the collaboration. So we have to build a very strong collaboration platform, just like Korea and Indonesia, and through the ODA facilities, ODA project, all the facility and equipments can be equipped, and then those can be utilized for the joint research on the maritime environment. And lastly, we have to move beyond the bilateral forward the multilateral cooperation. So we in the UNESCO IOC UN Ocean Decade training programs are already registered, and also we have a lot of registered the collaboration projects in the list. So our collaboration is shared by other countries across the world. So we have to contribute to the maritime diplomacy through this kind of international collaboration. Thank you for your presentation.
So the presentation by Mr. Park. So I guess this will be a good reference point for all the people on here. And Mr. Kim presented the case with Sri Lanka. So that's in progress right now. And as Mr. Lee mentioned, we have 6 global hub research centers. And one of the most successful center is, and that is from the MOF perspective and from KIOST perspective, and Indonesia also thinks so. So one of the most successful case is Indonesia. So again, maritime joint research and platform competency strengthening program, capability building program, and Indonesian government policy support and community support. So in all those 5 areas, we are producing a good results. And that's why I'm saying that the research center is one of the best. And again, Mr. Park mentioned that it is important to have a process that fits the recipient country. I think that is a valid point. And I guess you may have gained some insights. So I know that there is some maritime companies participating here. If you're interested in the ODA project, please contact Mr. Park. You will be able to gain some advice from him, very practical advice. Thank you for your presentation. And next will be the last presentation. We have Mr. Kim Kyung-yeon, who will make the last presentation, and he will present on the LPM degree program. So Dr. Kim Kyung-yeon, we call him Professor Kim Kyung-yeon. He is an expert in the field of marine environment, conducting research on the purification and restoration of marine sediments at KIOST, and is currently serving as Vice President of Korean Society of Dredging and Sedimentary Environment. So I'll pass the microphone over to him. Nice to meet you. As being introduced, my name is Kim Kyung-yeon. And today, the thing that I'm going to cover is London Protocol Engineering Master, LPEM degree course. So before presenting my deck, I would like to mention 3 things in advance. So first, so the LPEM should be introduced by the Dean of KIOST University, KIOST School. But the Dean had to participate in an international conference, so he couldn't be here. So on behalf of him, I'm going to present the LPEM course. And there are many researchers, and the reason why I'm on stage is because I am the professor who is currently teaching the students of LPEM course, so that's why I'm here today on stage. And second, the previous 3 speakers mentioned about maritime science and technology and research projects. But the thing that I'm going to present to you is about the master's degree course, which is about education program. This is not a research program. This is an education program. So it's different. Please bear that in mind. And within the terms of reference in KIOST, it says that the work that is being done by KIOST is research and education. It's half and half. But at the same time, KIOST doesn't have the capability to grant the degree. So that's why we have collaborated with the University of Science and Technology, UST, which is an association of government institute, agencies, and universities. So this UST has a master's degree course and doctor's degree course. So you may think of it as a graduate school of science and technology. And you can think of KIOST course as one department of the UST degree course. And in LPEM is the degree course that the KIOST school has. So let me introduce our course. So first, the establishment. It was established in September 2018 to provide training and education for government officials from developing countries. So the purpose is to conduct training and education on international cooperation in marine environmental management technology and strengthening compliance with the London Protocol. So this is the background. In 2016, the London Convention has been signed, and the government of the Republic of Korea proposed the LPEM. So at the Convention of the Parties, it has been passed. So since then, KIOST has prepared the LTEM course and begun to provide it. And it was only from 2019 when we started to give an official degree program. This is a degree program overview. This is just like the master's degree program. So let me cover that in detail. So the degree course has 32 credit hours. So there's a course where we discuss about London Protocol or coastal marine environment management, and students need to pass 32 credit hours. And we do sediment analysis and we do on-site research, and that is included in the 16 credit hours for on-site. So students need to have that 32, including the seminars. So this is the student status. Currently, so far, we have invited 11 countries, 22 individuals, and 16 individuals graduated from this course. As you can see, there are 18 countries in total in our school, including the current students and graduate students, those who graduated from our course. So this is the benefits of our LPM course. So other than travel and round-trip airfare and on-site fee is covered, and other than that, it's the same as UST benefits. So this is the admission requirement. So first, the students need to be the government officials from the contracting party. And first, they need to apply for UST course. So they can be exempted with the English test. And after applying for the course, they need to be selected from the UST first, and then the selection process is the same as the UST one. And we have begun Smart Sea LCLP project from this year. So using the budget of Ministry of Oceans and Fisheries, so this is a new ODA project that is supported by IMO. So this is to increase or strengthen the program. So it has been a couple of years since we have introduced this program. Let me cover the achievements first and then go over the details. So far, we have produced 22 graduates from 11 countries. And after they gained our degree, some students went back to their mother country to serve in important positions. For example, in countries where we have a bilateral agreement, they are supporting our work. And other students, after gaining the master's degree from this course, some decided to remain in Korea to do doctor's degree course. As you can see, they're presenting their ideas in international seminar, and some has published their papers at SCI. So LPEM students actually don't write the thesis paper for their master's or doctor's degree, but still they are writing some. So as you can see, 5 students have made a presentation in international seminar. And their requirements are just sufficient to gain the master's degree in Korea. And again, 2 students has published the paper at SCI. Actually, this is a minimum requirement to gain a doctor's degree in Korea. So publishing the paper at SCI is the minimum requirement. As you can see on the right side, they are the government officials from the developing countries. Some are naval officer, so they have graduated bachelor's course, and then they have served in the field for 5 to 10 years after gaining the bachelor's degree, and they then come back. As you can see, if they work hard, they can achieve this much. So not only the study of their major, considering the needs of the different fields of students. As you can see from the slide, we give credits for on-site research. And during the summer vacation and winter vacation, we do many special courses. So for example, customize task or homework for assignment for them. So based on the research project, we do analysis on the sediment or do assessment of the quality of the sediment or do statistical analysis of the marine environmental data. As you can see from the slide, during the semester or during the vacation, students can go to many different places that is related to coastal management and to gain experience and knowledge, and they can also strengthen their network. So for example, they visited a lot of institutions, a lot of sites. So thanks to these efforts, we have achieved some good educational results. So as you can see, this student is the first alumni or graduate student that we have produced. She has presented her paper in an international conference and won a Best Paper Award. Not only her, many graduate students from our course are producing many good results. So this student as well. So far, I have covered what they have done after our course. So this is a student from Bangladesh, and he is currently taking our course. And last month, he has presented his idea in an international conference. And then this student is from Philippines. And tomorrow evening, she is going to do a presentation virtually. So not only that, and not only the presentation in international conference, this is the paper published at SCI. So as mentioned, our student was the first author, and once they publish a paper at SCI, this is a minimum requirement, again, for the doctoral degree in Korea. However, due to many different challenges, and as they're older than regular students, even though they're older than regular students, if they work hard, they can publish an excellent academic result. It's not one student. We have many other. To put it simply, yesterday, we had many courses for developing country students. They can become our master degree students, even though they were government officials in the past in the developing countries. So today they are students, and in the future they can become a scientist. I think that's the strength of LPM course. After gaining master's degree at KIOST and after going back to their country, they can contribute in many different places and they can be a leader in their country. So that's good for the mutual growth of Korea and their country. I think that's the meaning that LPM course has. So in the past, Korea has received many assistance from countries around the world, but now Korea has become one of the advanced countries. So it is high time that we paid back to those countries. So just as I have mentioned today, the LPM course. So if we operate the course well, then we will be able to give a quality education to countries around the world, enhance the national prestige, and maximize the contribution of our researchers. So I think that can be done by Korean researchers. To further develop the LPM course, so not only the support from KIOST, but also from the external side, we need more attention and support. So before I conclude my presentation, as the theme of World Ocean Forum this year is beyond the wave of uncertainty. So there are many external uncertainties and challenges, but to overcome that in a short period of time, I think education can be an answer to that because education is an investment for the future. It's like an insurance. This concludes my presentation. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Kim, for your insightful presentation. You can go back to your seat and we will continue the panel discussion. But before that, we need a stage arrangement. So please wait for a while we are doing the table arrangement. So we had the 4 presentations, including the Overseas Joint Research Center and the Overseas Korea collaboration cases, and also the Dr. Kim talked about the LPEM degree. So the panel discussion will be conducted in English. So please use your interpretation device. You can set your channel number 3 for Korean, 4 for English. So as soon as we finish the stage arrangement, we will invite all the panel lists and also the presenters to have the 40-minute panel discussion. So as soon as we have all the speakers and the panelists on the stage, we will start the panel discussion. So we will have the Jeju Research Center head, the Kim Dong-sung of the KIOST, and also we will have the Sanath Hetiarachi from the Sri Lanka NARA, and also the Joanna Vuanivono from the LPEM courses, and we will also have the Junyoung Jung from the KIMST. So let me invite the moderator, so please join me in welcoming him again. Okay, nice to meet you all again, and Dr. Kim, thank you for your presentation, last presentation. So we will have the 4 speakers and the 3 panelists onto the stage for the panel discussion. Could you lighten up the stage? And please come up to the stage. You can come up to the stage without your name place card. So let's do this way. All the presenters sit over there, and then the 3 panelists, please come near to me. Professor Sanat and the professor and also the Miss Joanna Buanivono, please sit here. So the speakers will sit on the left side, and then the panelist will sit this side. We don't have enough times. Maybe we can use around 40 minutes for the panel discussion. So we will hear from the panelists each for 10 minutes, and then we will receive the questions from the floor to all the panelists and speakers together. Topic of today's KIOST special session is the KIOST Center of the Global Maritime Research and the future envisioned by the KIOST.
Discussion time about 40 minutes. So each panelist will have roughly 10 minutes to share your view. Okay? 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. So after that, we will open the floor for a short Q&A session, right? 예, 그러면 10분씩 발표를 10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes. So 먼저
Then, shall we start from the Professor Sanat Hetiarachi from NARA?
with Professor Sanat from Nara, Sri Lanka. If you are ready, please go ahead.
So, good afternoon and Ayubowan. So, I will talk about under the title of New Horizon for Sri Lanka, Sri Lanka's Marine Research, Korea, Sri Lanka, joint data ecosystem and field collaboration. So, on behalf of Sri Lanka's National Aquatic Resources Research and Development Agency, NARA, I would like to propose a forward-looking agenda for international cooperation in marine science from the perspective of practitioners and project leads engaged in cross-border joint research. Under the banner, From Data to Impact, my remarks build on the earlier presentation of Sri Lanka's National Oceans and Fisheries Data Center and Digital Library Initiative and outline how we can broaden the scope of joint research. In my proposal, the first point is that joint standardization of data governance. So here, the Marine Fisheries Data Center and e-library that we are actually very enthusiastically pursuing together must serve not only a mere repository, but as a collaborative platform that implements the FAIR principles, meaning findable, the data should be findable and accessible, and interoperable and reusable. All data sets should be organized to international standards in order to achieve this. So that interoperable data sharing with KIOST is practical, secure, and routine. So the second proposal, obviously built on the first one, is integrated joint research linking field, laboratory, and data. So once we have the data center, of course, we need to have the data coupled with ocean system spanning the Indian Ocean and the Korean seas. As the climate signals and impacts manifest without borders, we need a connection between different countries. By building a shared pipeline that combines joint data utilization with AI analytics and digital twin applications, our two countries can detect climate risks earlier and deliver solutions that directly inform operational and policy decisions. In order to sustain this, I would like to propose a third item, that is the people-centered capacity building. We propose to institutionalize joint workshops, reciprocal training, and degree pathways, and of course, open data sharing to accelerate the circulation of knowledge. Over time, this will translate into co-authored publications, shared intellectual property, and joint international funding, which will form a durable foundation for sustained cooperation. Because ultimately, initiation of cooperation is meaningless unless we can actually sustainable for the future. So I hope that this World Ocean Forum session, this special session, will mark a tangible starting point from data to impact. NARA is sure to form a formidable force with KIOST to achieve healthy Indian Ocean ecosystems, a sustainable blue economy, and science-based policy through shared data and collaborative research. And thank you for the opportunity given.
Okay, thank you very much, Professor Sanat.
So Professor Sanat is from Sri Lanka. So just as presented by Mr. Kim Song-dae, he has participated in the e-library and NARA project between KIOST and NARA. So he mentioned about from data to impact. Under that, he has built a national data center and how that has evolved and how that can be scaled up in the future. So first, he mentioned about standardization of data governance. So for example, FAIR principle, findable, accessible, interoperable, and reusable. So he emphasized the importance of that principle. And while integrating the lab and on-site joint research, for example, AI analysis and digital twins, how we are going to use the data. So he mentioned about shared pipeline. And lastly, he mentioned that capacity building is important. For example, publishing paper together for the international conferences and journals. So this is an important pillar for from data to insight, and he had mentioned that World Ocean Forum can be a good starting point. Thank you for your comment.
Ms. Joanna from 조예는 피지스산부 공무원이시고요. 예, 지금 LPM 학생으로 계십니다. 아까 말씀하신.
So she is a student for the MPM course.
Distinguished guests and fellow ocean stewards, Ambula Vinaka and warm greeting to you all. Firstly, it is both an honor and a profound responsibility to be a part of this important discussion and address you here today at the World Ocean Forum a gathering that reminds us that our oceans are not just a shared responsibility, but our shared resource. Coming from Fiji, a small island nation in the heart of the Pacific, where the ocean is both our lifeline and our future, I am grateful for the opportunity to share with you today of how international collaboration through KIOST's LPEM program and how it can strengthen the bridge between science, governance, and ocean-based management. The London Protocol Engineering Management Program, or LPEM in short, is a very special and meaningful initiative. What I really like about this program is that it doesn't just focus on one area. Instead, it brings together science, governance, engineering, policy, and environmental challenges all in one space. It helps people like me understand how the ocean is managed, not only from a scientific viewpoint, but also from a legal and practical one. For Fiji, this is very valuable. It gives us the chance to learn directly from experts and to see how countries like Korea are managing their marine activities responsibly. The program also encourages international collaboration, so students and researchers from different parts of the world can exchange ideas, compare challenges, and come up with solutions together. LPEM does more than just build individual expertise. It builds communities. When we return home as alumni, we become part of a growing platform that fosters dialogue between policymakers, diplomats, scientists, and local communities. This shared platform spreads awareness, strengthens collaboration, and helps nations like Fiji adopt and innovate better approaches to marine management. In a nutshell, the LPEM program offers a path, not just an academic exercise, but as an investment in ocean health, in people, and in our collective future. The few suggestions that I've come up with that the LPEM through the KIOST can collaborate with the countries that are taking part in this program are, firstly, is to strengthen regional research nodes. By this, I mean establish regional research hubs in the Pacific, perhaps under KIOST guidance to support field data collection, ocean monitoring, and a shared technology use. Secondly, is to develop expert training exchanges. By this is to expand the LPEM alumni network to include training workshops in the Pacific, creating a platform where returning students can mentor local officers and advise policymakers and diplomats. Thirdly is enhance marine data sharing and reporting systems. By this, we can facilitate joint research projects that help the Pacific nations build standardized data and reporting frameworks aligned with global protocols like the London Protocol and the London Convention. Fourthly is support policy science integration. By this, we can encourage KIOST and the countries that are taking place and encourage collaboration to translate research outcomes into practical legislation or policy briefs that inform national marine strategies. And lastly is build local laboratory and monitoring capacity. Through this, we can explore establishing a small regional marine lab in the countries that are partaking in this program with Korean technical support for testing, monitoring, and training in marine pollution and waste management. I believe that KIOST's expanding role in global ocean research is a symbol of partnership, not one that replaces national efforts, but one that enhances our shared capacity to protect the ocean. And through the LPEM program, countries like Fiji and other small island developing states can strengthen our voices and build expertise, ensure that when international policies are written, our perspectives as small island states on the front lines are part of the story, and also our voices are included in the negotiation table. Vinaka, and thank you.
Thank you for your nice speaking. 감사합니다.
Thank you for your comments. So Joanna came from Fiji. I'm sure that you understood her comments. So we have so many island countries in the Pacific Oceans. They have their own problems like pollutions and the overfishings and the climate crisis. So in order to solve all the problems, the LPEM courses is very helpful for them, she talked about. And the London Protocol started from the international sea, expanded to the sovereignty overseas. Whether the small island country has those kind of capability to keep the sovereignty, and they need international support for them. So she took the example of the Fiji maritime export. And the LPEM, the courses, like all the trainings, can become the key to solve those kind of problems. So the LPEM will increase the credibility and the capacity building and the confidence in the Fiji. And she said that the benefit of these LPEM courses. So the LPEM is not just academic training, and LPEM is the investment for the future of the sea and the future of the human resources, she said. Okay, great. Next, we will move to the Junhyung Jung, the head of the Blue Food team of the R&D Center in the KIOST. Please go ahead. Hello, everyone. I am Junhyung Jung from the KIOST Blue Food team. First of all, I am so honored to be in this KIOST special session of the 19th World Ocean Forum. Thank you for inviting me. I believe the reason why I was invited is about the a biomass production system technology. Because that is my main businesses in our research institute. Recently, like a kimbap in the K-pop demon hunters and the K-foods are getting the high attention from the world. And also the ocean is the carbon sink. So that is why all the seagrass is considered as a very important source of food. So the seaweed was utilized in many areas like medicine, food, and the industry. And currently, Korea is number 3 seaweed producing country around the world. So production, process, and the distribution and sales are our strong part of industry. So based on this strength, in 2012, Korea started the KIMS started the joint research center with the institute under the Department of Energy of the U.S. to receive the certification as the food source, and also we are pursuing the mass production of the biomass. From this year, for 5 years, $41 billion will be invested in this project, and KIOST will be in charge of the building the hardware for these projects for the offshore, the smart farm. So based on this experience, I like to give you the suggestion of the couple of suggestions to you as the leader in these joint projects. So first, we need to build the collaboration platform. So KIOST established the overseas research centers It works as a hub center for the other agency to pursue for the collaborative competition of the research and for the capacity building and support for the industries. So this kind of international collaboration should be maintained continuously even in the evolving changes, and they will secure the continuity of the effectiveness of the international research, I believe. So if we apply that into the fisheries and the blue food, so farming, aquaculturing, and the boat buildings are heavily concentrated in the Southeast Asia. So I think that will be the good project for the international collaboration. Maybe we can expect send our researchers to those countries. And secondly, we need to have an institutional support for the international joint research. Each country has a different system of the ownership and maturity of the technology and level of the requirements. So from the beginning of the collaboration, we have to have the clear R&Rs in the organization and institutions, especially ownership and the security of the research project can be the burdensome topic for the researchers. However, that is very important. So maybe if we have the third, like the independent organization for that, it would be very helpful. But currently, that we don't have such kind of organization which is fitting to responding to those kind of issues. And thirdly, we need a continuous exchange between the scientists and the communities. We talked about this already, but this kind of forum and symposium can be regularly held to be utilized as the platform for the communications among the stakeholders. And then we can set the criteria and the scope of the research, and we can set the agenda together. Of course, we have a lot of the international team members who are working hard for this. So we have to give them incentives to do more kinds of the international collaboration. So I believe that this kind of international collaboration will expand the global influence of Korea, I believe. And in closing, I'd like to thank you all the participants for inviting me to this conference again.
Mr. Tong, thank you for your comment. Actually, Mr. Tong is leading the project on the Ministry of Oceans and Fishery. He's a team leader for Blue Food Project, and he is currently conducting the joint research for Korea-US joint research, and he has led the project that has been invested by the government for 45 billion Korean won. So he mentioned about the need to make a platform and to make a systematic support for international collaboration and then to make a scientific community. So far, we have listened from 3 panelists, and thank you. So actually, our panelists on stage kept the time and was very brief. So we had enough time to cover questions from the floor. So why don't we light up the hall? Because it is difficult to see the participants. So please light this hall up. So we will receive questions from the floor. Let's have a Q&A. So whenever you have a question, please raise your hand. Please designate who you are asking that question to, and you will be able to get the answer from that person. So do we have microphone ready? So when you have question, please raise your hand. We will give you the microphone.
Now we are open the floor for short Q&A session. Please feel free. Any question is okay. Please, if you have any question, please ask to everybody, anybody. Okay. 그럼 질의응답.
So again, let's have a Q&A. If you have question, please ask. So we have many other panelists and speakers on stage, so please feel free to ask.
늘 이렇게 안 해주시면.
So you should ask. So it's difficult to see the participants because of the lamp lighting. So you can ask questions to the speakers or panelists. So I guess Vice President of KIOST is ready to ask question. And back there, we have one more raised hand, and then we are going to receive question from the Vice President. So from back there first.
잘 마이크가 안 나오는.
So the microphone isn't working well. So I'm Kim Ki-won from Gyeongsang National University. So I would like to ask question to Mr. Park Han-san, who has presented on Korea-Indonesia Research Center.
So you have a lot of equipment, and this program lasted for a long time. So you had a lot of achievements in terms of the workshop and the seminars. I believe that many scientists are interested in this Korean-Indonesia collaboration. So when you have these projects, do you have any the survey for the other institutions? Whether there is a needs or the needs of the human resources or the equipments from the other supply from the other agencies? Yes, thank you for your questions. So the MTCRC has been open for last 6 years and 7 years, but of course we went through the COVID pandemic. So in the beginning period, we focus on laying the foundation of the MTCRC. So you asked about the participation of other agencies about the topic of the research. So in the beginning, KIOST and the Korean government and the Indonesian governments identify the topics and the issues. And now we are moving on to the next stage so that we can seek for the collaboration with other countries too. So we have a plan to make a survey about what kind of topic we can deal with. So as I told you before, so Korea, Indonesia, maritime, the joint topic committee. So through that process, we will set the topic. So was that the answer to your question? Okay, great. Any other questions?
손 들어주시죠.
Please raise your hand if you have one. So to the Vice President of KIOST, please. So weren't you asking for the microphone? So you have one here. No? So any other participant, please feel free to ask. Anybody from LPEM or anybody from overseas, do you have any questions? Nobody? Over there from Jeju, we have Mr. Choi Sung-kyung. Nice to meet you all. My name is Choi Sung-kyung from Jeju Research Center KIOST. I would like to ask a question to Mr. Jung Jun-young. So you have done a joint research between Korea and US, and I know that it has begun this year. So in the planning stage, I have participated in that, but now I'm out of that research. But when we have planned that, and as there is a change in administration since the Trump administration, the government direction has changed a lot. So I would like to know whether the project direction has changed. For example, whether the position of the U.S. has changed after their new administration. So officially, let me give you an answer based on our official position. So since the inauguration of the Trump administration, they are more focusing on aquaculture rather than carbon reduction or automation process. So at this point in time, we're currently selecting the researchers for the project. So unlike our side, in case of Korea, we have announced the project in January and we have already selected the researchers. But in case of the US, they have announced the project in January, the same as us. And the project scale is around 35 billion US dollars. So you can see that from the web page. But the selection process takes more than 10 months. So just like reviewing the paper, they receive the concept paper from the researcher, and based on that, they're selecting who will participate in that project. So I guess after the selection of the US researchers, we will be able to have that plan in detail and embark on the research in earnest. So I hope that answered your question. Thank you.
또
Any other questions? Okay, we have one in the back.
PME students. My question to the panel is how the countries are being selected for the cooperation by KIOST. How the country is being selected for the cooperation. For example, you have cooperation with Indonesia,
yeah.
USA, Europe, and also with Sri Lanka. So how this process is happening? Like how you select the countries? Is the offer is given by Korean side, or the country has to ask for the offer?
Who would like to answer these questions? 위사바, 저 박하는 박사님, 네, 해주시죠.
So maybe Vice President, you can answer to the questions. I believe that the Vice Chairman, you can give the answer, but he's not available here. Hello, everyone. I'm the Vice President of the KIOST. Thank you for your question. So the selection of the country has a variety of channels depending on the characteristic of the businesses. So we have the intergovernmental platforms that is done by the Korean government and the overseas government. So if two countries sign the contract, the project's going on that way. And also depending on the request or the needs from the KIOST researchers, and then the researchers in other countries can make an agenda and have a collaboration. And sometimes other countries give offer first to the KIOST because so depending on the characteristic of the project, we have various channels. And sometimes government drive this kind of project. So I'm not sure if I can answer. My answer became useful for you, but if you need a cooperation and if you need the cooperation with the KIOST, please contact the Global International Cooperation Team. Then we can find a way. I'm not sure I could answer to your questions.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
조금 첨언을 드려도 될까요?
So can I add on to that? Yes, of course. Actually, Vice President has covered all that so well. But for example, Indonesia. So there was a cooperation between researchers first. So Korea-Indonesia Center is led by government, and that is established based on the contract between the two governments. But the start of the cooperation was led by the researchers from both countries, and we had the training program, so we had a long-standing cooperative relationship. So I think that's very important. So based on that cooperative relationship, we can persuade the government from both sides and make a consensus. And I think that can be scaled up to a national cooperation. Thank you for your comments. So I think it depends by country to country because the background is different. So I think the big framework is presented by the vice president, and by country, we are taking different approach. So I think that answer was enough to cover the question. I think we have time to receive one or two questions from the floor.
주시면
If you have any questions, please raise your hand.
more questions from the floor, please. 이럴 때 손 들어보세요.
Anyone? Okay. Then I will ask the question. So this is one I'd like to ask from the beginning. Maybe to Dr. Park, but he already answered a lot of questions. So to Dr. Kim. So it must be a similar question, but what was the most difficult aspects when you do the collaboration with Sri Lanka? Because we have a lot of foreigners and also LPEM students. They know about our country very well, but we have to do the pre-research about the concerned country when we have an international collaboration like Sri Lanka or the Indonesia. So, Dr. Kim, when you have the Korean-Sri Lanka international joint research, what was the biggest challenge? Maybe if you tell us about that, it would be helpful for all the participants to plan their joint research with Korea.
In case of Sri Lanka, so we have made a suggestion first, and actually Sri Lanka all agreed on what we have suggested. So when we first started the project, in terms of cooperation, there was no big challenge. But in terms of data center establishment, we need to have a computers and we need to have a data system installed to those computers. And in order to have that, we need to have an internal network. But that part was the most difficult task in terms of having the data center. So designing all those steps was really difficult. So after introducing the servers, so it is difficult to bring that from Korea. And actually, so there was a moratorium announced by Sri Lanka, and then the tariff rate went up significantly. So it is really difficult to bring the equipment from Korea to Sri Lanka. So we need to purchase them from companies in Sri Lanka. So there was a trust issue to the companies there. So that was a difficult part. And internet was so slow and slower than what we have expected. So for the data center, we need to regularly collect international data, but internet was so slow, so it was difficult to collect the data. So external environment. So it was difficult from what we have in Korea, so that was the challenge. Thank you for your comments. I think that was a good point to think about when we have this kind of project.
예, 감사합니다.
Thank you. With that, we can conclude the KIOST special session, all the presentation and the panel discussion. I'd like to thank all the panelists and the speakers for your participation once again. This session will become like priming water for the future international cooperation. I also thank all the participants on the floor for being here with us despite your busy schedule. We always have a last part of the sessions. Everyone of you should join together. So please come up for the stage for the group photo. And let me make another housekeeping announcement. From 3:30, the World Ocean Forum opening ceremony will start in the next room. So I'd like to ask your participation in this opening ceremony. And KIOST and all the agencies encourage you to join in the opening ceremony from 3:30. So with this, we will close the KIOST special session, the KIOST Center of the Global Maritime Research Future Envisioned by the KIOST. So please come forward to the stage for the group photo.
네, 저희 테이블 혹시 좀 치울 수 있을까요? So just wait a second because we would like to have beautiful picture with all of you. So let me just move all the desks for you. We're almost there. So if you want to, you can button up your suit. Just one moment. Okay. So smile, kimchi, 화이팅! Kimchi. So everyone, please come up to the stage so that we can take a beautiful photo with everyone. So we will remove the chairs so that we can have everyone on the stage. 네. 네, 지금 모든 분들 무대 위로 올라와 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 네. Don't be shy. 네. 네, 혹시 뒤에 화면을 이 월드 오션 포럼 2025로 좀 바꿔주실 수 있으실까요? 네, 지금 빨리 올라와 주시면 감사하겠습니다. Please come up to the stage. Don't be shy. We need everyone up on the stage. 네, 좋습니다. Oh, so to fit everyone into the picture, so maybe we will have some more people up on the front row, down the stage. Feel free to stand in the middle. We have more space over here. Can you move to this side so that we can balance? Don't be shy. Please come down. Kimchi. Big smile, please. 네, 화이팅. I think small heart. That's beautiful. Well, thank you so much. Thank you. 네, 여러분 다시 한번 감사드립니다. 네, 모든 분들 함께 촬영해 주셨는데요. 저희 또 이어서 개막식 있는 거 잊지 않으셨죠? 네, 이어서 저희 15시 30분부터 크리스탈 볼룸 A에서 저희 세계 해양 포럼의 시작을 알리는 개막식이 진행될 예정입니다. 모든 분들 참석과 또 관심 부탁드리겠습니다. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you've heard our moderator say that we will have the opening ceremony right next door, right? So from 3:30, we will have the opening ceremony. So make sure you attend. And starting from tomorrow, we will have more sessions. So make sure you attend other sessions too. So I will see you tomorrow, and thank you so much for your participation. 네, 또 내일 뵙도록 하겠습니다. 옆방에 있는 개막식에 꼭 모두 참여를 해 주시면 감사하겠습니다. 네, 돌아가시는 길 무사하시고 또 곧 뵙도록 하겠습니다. 감사합니다.